So this is my part 2 of 12.4, so starting on Monday, day 8, start of week 1, so start of week 2 I mean. So in the morning for breakfast they're going to be having porridge with berries and honey, and then a kiwi smoothie as well. This has lots of potassium, which can stop cramping, and also magnesium and calcium for strong bones. It's quite a high calorific breakfast, especially with the smoothie as well. But then for him to do his circuits, he'll need quite a lot of calories to be able to perform at his maximum intensity. For lunch, he'll have that during his rest period. He's having pasta with minced beef and then a protein shake as well. And this will then give him more protein for then when he's doing his strength exercises. He'll have more in his system, so hopefully it will help to build more muscle. And then for dinner, which will be after recovery, he'll have beef stew and then a fruit salad afterwards as well. The fruit salad will give him lots of essential vitamins and minerals. For example, like the orange has lots of vitamin C and lots of calcium in, and that will give him his 5 a day as well. So porridge with a fruit, as I've already said, it gives slow release carbohydrates throughout the day, so for his circuit training and then for his strength and recovery later on as well. Pasta, so he's having the pasta for lunch, sorry, not dinner, so that he has enough energy to do the strength and recovery sessions. So Tuesday, day 9, he's going to have a granola with yoghurt and then some berries as well. This is quite a calorific breakfast again, but it then will give him the energy he needs to do the high intensity sprint session that he has to do, as the granola gives lots of carbohydrates, so that will help him with the energy release. And then for lunch he'll have a kind of courgette, a kind of vegetable couscous with chicken, and that's quite a low calorie meal, and it's quite good for him, just because he doesn't need too much, because after his sprint session he probably won't want to eat a really heavy meal, and he's only got technique session later on. And then after the technique session he'll be having eggs and with brown rice and lentils, and that has a lot of B3, calcium, magnesium and potassium. And then snacks, which will be probably just before the sprint session, and then in between the rest session, just before the technique session, he'll have peanuts, pear and an orange as well. So I've already said about the high calorie to get him through the sprint session without getting tired. And then the snacks, the peanut is high in fat, and that's because they need to have some fat in them, because if he has the peanuts before the sprint session, then it means that if, say, he runs out of carbohydrate, the storage of carbohydrate runs out, and means that he'll go into the fat storage and not protein storage, which will be using up muscle, which we don't want. Wednesday, day 10, for breakfast he'll have porridge again and also a blueberry smoothie. Blueberry is a superfood, which is meant to be really good for athletes, as it gives them lots of energy and also has lots of all the vitamins and minerals in as well. Lunch, have sardines with white toast and then some broccoli and green beans with that as well, which is kind of a healthy side. Sardines give, as I've said here, sardines are high in omega-3, which give the body the essential fatty acids that they need. And then for dinner, spaghetti meatballs, that'll be after recovery, and then snacks between the technique and recovery will be just cashew nuts, as they're quite high in fat. Breakfast, so the porridge, he's used to having it now, so he swaps between the porridge and the granola, and it works him, so he'll keep using that as it gives him the energy for the training day ahead. Thursday, day 11, for breakfast he'll be having pancakes, syrup pancakes with blueberries, raspberries, strawberries and blackberries. Although this is quite high in calories, it does give him the energy, as because syrup pancakes are very sugary, they do have a carbohydrate, which will, although won't last a really long time, they'll give him the short burst. And then for lunch he'll have salmon couscous and some veg with that as well, which is also very good for you, high in B6, B5, potassium and selenium. And for dinner a jack potato with tuna and sweet corn, and then baked beans as well, and salad, which is also quite low in calories but also enough to fill you up and also to get the like carbohydrates, proteins, fats that you need. And snacks, he'll have probably a protein bar between the technique and strength sessions, but we'll have a protein shake after the recovery sessions. So the jack potato, he's had this with dinner, as his training day wasn't too intense, the amount of calories that is needed, it wasn't going to be as much. And the protein shake will be to aid his recovery, so that as this will increase the amount of protein in his body, which should decrease his recovery time. So day 12, Friday, he'll be having porridge again with sunflower seeds and then blueberries and raspberries. And this is high in vitamin A, vitamin B1, K and phosphorus and magnesium. And this also has a lot of carbohydrates, as we know, for slow release energy throughout the day. For lunch, be having a salad with chicken, because he's not doing a very high intensity like training day. He doesn't need that many calories, which is why we're going to have pasta in the evening as well, as it's just a quick meal. Yeah, the pasta's quick and easily digestible, so especially as he hasn't been using that much calories, it means that he can have it quickly before 8 o'clock, and then it'll give him time to digest before he goes to sleep. So the lunch, the salad with chicken, it's low calorie lunch, as he's not doing much, so he won't have to digest it like as fast in the next session. So day 13, Saturday, is the day before the competition day. He's, as you can see from the training on the side, he's only got one session, which is a recovery session for 90 minutes. So for breakfast, he'll have granola with yoghurt, as this is high intensity, high calorific, which will give him enough then to do his recovery session. He'll then have sausages in the evening with sweet potato mash instead of normal mashed potatoes, as they are healthier, and also a tin of baked beans to get the proteins that he needs as well. And then in the evening, he'll have a lot of pasta with chorizo and chicken, and that is because then he's starting to take in more carbohydrates the day before, so that when it comes to his competition tomorrow, he should have a bigger storage, and it also contains lots of minerals. So yeah. So the last day, which is Sunday, which is the competition day, he will have porridge in the morning. Because he's used to this porridge, it means that it will give him the slow release energy, and it's also fairly low in calories as well. He'll have his events in the kind of afternoon at about 4 o'clock. So he'll have his pasta and chicken at about 12 o'clock. So that gives him 4 hours to digest, but it also means that he's taking in the carbohydrates from the pasta, which will then be released when his event comes around. And then in the dinner, because he's had quite an intense day, I'm not giving him like a too heavy meal, because when he's been competing, he won't want something really heavy on his stomach, so he's just having a salad with chicken. So the pasta chicken, giving 4 hours before the event, so that it can digest. And that is it.